Okay, hello everyone, this is OK here, and we are live streaming a match tonight between penguingim1, the famous American bullet player, who is the best in the world alongside Magnus Carlsen and Ali Reza when it comes to shorter time controls, probably outright best in hyper, and against National Master ArtOfDeception, about which we don't know too much. And although the time is low, let's just quickly run through the first game. It's a d4, d5 game, and wow, I mean, already Penguin with a real advantage, winning the queen. So how is ArtOfDeception going to fight back? He creates a little bit of weakness in the king side. That happened too quickly. That happened too quickly. I'm sorry we missed the live action. So I don't want engine on it because it's a live match. So what happened is, so black's creating a little bit of weakness in the white king side, but white is a lot of material up, having won the queen. So does black make any headway? I mean, black is still quite nicely reinforced. Okay, and then he breaks through the center. That knight's going to be out of position on a5, I feel. And no, this is the key point. He missed this entry, and now the king is being pushed out into the center of the board. So Penguin takes game one, and I'd say maybe Penguin is a favorite here, and Penguin are going for interesting setup, e6, g6. And I'm just saying I'm live streaming it on Twitch. And for anyone watching on Twitch, you can also catch the videos later on YouTube, where they will last hopefully in perpetuity. But maybe that's too optimistic. Okay, so white has space advantage. That's coming. It feels like ArtOfDeception. Yeah. Hello, Gingerbread Man. Yeah, so thanks, Gingerbread Man, for reminding me this match was on. I couldn't believe it was already 1 AM in the UK, but I was up, so why not? And Chronic Sunshine says, "What's up with King Switcher? Why are matches with him being delayed?" Good question. Not sure. So Jasugi 99 against King Switcher was delayed. Now why doesn't he play this? Bishop takes knight, queen takes. Feels like the light squares are well enough guarded. There's no even knight forks if you go to g3. So I don't understand why not e5 in that position. But instead, ArtOfDeception goes for d5. So maybe trying to block off this diagonal, but I feel like that's a bit of a relief for black. Gingerbread Man says, "I missed most of Chicken GSVC." That's a match to watch. Like, yeah, that was a really good match. I mean, I think I myself missed the first 3 games, and I just replayed through them at the end of my stream. And I didn't do them justice at all because I was just playing through them quickly. But that was a crazy match. Okay, now here, I mean, so why not this? I guess he's afraid of bishop here, check, and queen trades. And is that a problem if white had got bishop there, check? If the queen takes, rook takes back, black has control. So yeah, both sides quite low on time and quite cagey. Black's got nothing. I mean, black's got everything in 3 ranks. But white doesn't really have, well, white is slowly building something in the black position. Yeah, Gingerbread Man says looks holy for black. Yeah, I mean, I don't understand why he didn't take the deep one, because yeah, this king indeed is. This queen is hard to develop, and it's difficult to see where to put this king. So yeah, f7 and g7 are weak, but nothing much in hand. Okay, bishop takes d7 is. It looks holy, but it doesn't look like there's anything decisive just yet. Bishop takes d7 is a threat. Interesting way of defending, just blocking off the d file. Does it work? So he's defending the knight check, and also defending any advance of this pawn. Does this work? No. I guess the point is he doesn't mind developing the queen and maybe even castling kingside at some point, although he'll have to play a6, otherwise there'll be a light square attack. If that does happen. Still, white seems fine as well. There's no weakness here. Oh wow, this does come. Yeah, it is defended. Okay, that's interesting. So he's opening up this diagonal, but it's defended well for now. Or is it? Bishop takes knight, queen takes, then this pawn falls, but it doesn't. Or does it? Okay, he's doing it the other way. Takes, and taking on here. That's what he's going for. Oh yeah, of course, this rook was also staring at g2. I hadn't even noticed this. If knight takes f6, then knight takes h3. Yeah, there was knight takes h3 as well. Yeah, there were all these. I hadn't noticed there was this. Oh yeah, that's true. Knight takes f6. But knight takes f6 is check, so you have to take back the queen first. But yeah, if knight takes here, then you've got 3 pieces pointing at g2. I think he had to take it because he was afraid of at f7 check, which would be lethal, really lethal. But he can't afford this, I don't think, because then rook takes g2, and then there's going to be discovered checks and so on. Okay, we're going to get some discoveries. If king takes this, he was going for some sort of discovery. I'm not quite sure what actually, because there's knight takes bishop at the end of that. Knight takes. Yes, it's a complicated position, so it's just really hard. These squares are weak, but does white have enough? Takes with the knight. Does black have any ideas? Any mating ideas? Penguin is just very hard to mate and good in no time, but he's somehow surviving. Okay, he's not going to survive this for long. But how to... 7 seconds on the clock. It's like rook takes. Yeah, he's just putting pressure on the clock. This is painful. Okay, he has to find a mate now. Does ArtOfDeception. I think he goes for safety instead, which is risky, but okay. Knight, because he hasn't got pawns. King takes pawn, probably coming just to avoid checks. Does that work? Let's try to stay safe, and I think he's just about doing it. This penguin is hard to mate. Knight here is surely mating. Takes. Yeah, this. Okay. So where is the mate? You're not going to go for a draw here. Okay, there's going to be a mate here. He hasn't got very many squares. So just go bishop. He's allowing a block. Why did he allow a block? Okay, so rook takes pawn. And pawn here. Time! What? 2 seconds on the clock. And it was down to 0. Now it's defended. He's going for rook here, check. Black has 2 knights. He can do the 2 knight. Yeah, it's all mate. It's all over. Oh my goodness. Penguin, penguin. Ah. Art of Deception is going to be crushed after that game. So in this sort of position, that's one idea. And he goes for it. And this is theory. G7 check looked crushing last game. Tough one to lose. So he's going for a trade of knights, maybe. Okay, it's going to come this way, which is even stronger. So knight takes knight and replace the knight on. Doesn't seem any reason why not to do that, so it seems reasonable. Okay. So instead he wants to keep the knight here and hunt for the second knight. Moves like this. But this knight is going to sack. What can we say about this position? Oh yeah, sorry, the knight was taking here, yeah. Yeah, I feel taking the knight was probably good, but not sure. I mean, this isn't actually a threat, because queen takes queen, queen at g2 is mate. And PKR says, this line is what convinced me not to play bishop c4 lines. Well, if you just backtrack, bishop c4, yeah. Okay, well, I feel this sort of position is still good for white, but... Oh my goodness, what? What's he doing? Queen takes... He must think he has mate. Maybe he does. King here, knight here is mate. He might have mate. So he just needs rook takes queen to be check. So pawn takes pawn check, king here, knight here check, king here. No, that doesn't work. Okay, what so obviously king f8 is just, it's not mate, knight takes knight. What am I talking about? Oh, you can't do this because this is a discovery. Yeah. So hang on. Knight takes knight, knight takes rook. You can't do rook here, it's pinned. Oh, okay, I get it. So now the mate threat is here. Okay, so is queen g2 mate? That's the question. Queen g2, king here. Knight here, check. If you come up, knight here, check. Come up again. If you go back down, then it looks like you're going to get a pawn on g2, promoting, and that looks like mate. So the queen g2 is very close to mate, but is it? Because you could step up. Okay, you also have a queen in hand. Okay, I kind of slightly forgot this. So this is a lot more. This is a lot simpler. Just simply knight here, bishop here. Does that quite work? Bishop here blocks, and knight here is checkmate. Okay, yeah. So yeah. So I wonder, was there anything better? Right, so after knight takes knight, knight takes knight. Yeah, yeah. The rook was pinned, so there's nothing going. It was a very risky approach for Penguin to take to invite that queen trade. So Art of Deception wins with the black pieces. It's a break of serve. Okay, I haven't been paying attention to this game. Still thinking about that last one. So the pin on the dark squares is uncomfortable. So basically these two squares. So there's a risk of a bind, of white creating a bind on the dark squares if you can get in on these two squares, f6 and d6. But I'm not sure he can. So I mean that's why I'm thinking black might be doing quite well. So if knight takes bishop, knight takes knight, you've got to be careful. So for example, knight takes bishop, knight takes knight. If you go bishop takes g2, then knight at f6 is checkmate. Takes, checkmate. Smothered mate. So okay, white is hunting for a knight for that smothered mate, like queen d3 even. Is there a more efficient way of getting a knight? Okay, bishop d3. Okay, we can see what Art of Deception's thinking. Okay, so Penguin is actually inviting. Okay, so he's giving another knight, but he's opening up his queen a little bit. Ooh, that's interesting. So third knight on f6 is the threat. And with knight takes rook to follow, and then knight back, and I don't know if it's mate, and it's being allowed. But does black have any counter threat? No. Bishop takes g2 is too slow. So knight f6 takes rook. Simply. Well, he's going for the queen instead. Knight f6 takes queen. Okay, knight f6. Here we go. Yeah, if black had a rook in hand, then obviously there'd be trouble with smothered mates. Knight at h3 takes rook at h1 mate supported by the bishop. Yeah, of course. Knight f6 comes, and he's winning the rook with tempo on the queen as well. Oh, he just takes the queen. What? Black doesn't have enough. That's what the lone wolf thinks as well. But he didn't take the queen. Instead, he attacks the queen, and I feel that's actually a huge mistake from Art of Deception. Because Because that's a beautiful square for a knight, and he's just blocked it up, and that's actually given the black king a lot of safety. Yeah, Lone Wolf says the same. Suddenly black's not doing so badly in terms of king safety anymore. Like this square is well defended, and this square is blocked up. So this pawn is black's friend. Still, it's just still a tough position. I mean, you're still in a positional bind. Okay, so if queen takes, obviously he's going for knight at h4. Notice there is one dangerous idea white has. It sort of moves like this, and knight. No, that doesn't work. Sorry. No, it doesn't work. So yeah, knight here simply winning the queen looks good. I think it's defended. Ah, that does free up that f6 square. So suddenly their idea is like, oh, the bishop f6, rook here. Okay, and resigns. Of course, yeah, the queen is coming in. Queen coming in, smothered mate at the end of the line. So queen takes rook, pawn takes, king takes, queen here, king goes away, queen here, and then the knight comes with the smothered mate. So maybe we can be joined by Wolf. Hi there, Wolf.
Hey there.
Cool, nice to have you. Join us like yesterday. I was just saying I think Gingerbread Man is in the Twitch chat, said he missed the chicken GSVC match, and I was saying that's probably one of the best matches all year.
Yeah, that was quite a cool match. Also because they both had won all four of their previous matches, so now they are 4.5 out of 5 match points.
Oh really? Okay, I hadn't actually been looking at and in the game points, is Penguin? I mean, just my feeling is Penguin's doing really well in the game points, but I haven't been.
Not really, because he went down to finisher 3-7.
Okay, I didn't see that one. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he's done very well against King Switcher, I think, but I think everyone will do pretty well against him, so yeah, it doesn't mean too much.
I see. So he got easy opponents first.
Who thinks for a minute in move 5?
Hi there, GSVC.
Hello.
So what did you say again?
Who thinks for 1 minute in move 5?
Oh, is that Art of Deception? Thought for a minute and then played knight f6. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not wise
That's
against.
like the worst time management ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he is more or less like me in time management, and it's probably not thinking, but just trying to remember prep and deciding what to go for, because he perfectly knows which are the options. It's just deciding which one.
So knight takes f3
and then he loses all the
knight
time.
takes f3 and pawn at e4 is very tempting.
What happens if I take that pawn? Do I get mated? Maybe.
So
3 pawns, so tempting.
yeah. Okay, no blockers for that annoying diagonal.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a knight.
And the knight on b8 is stuck.
Okay. That's a funny one.
This feels really bad for black. Somehow.
I mean, what is white gonna move next? Something at e7?
I don't
like
know.
bishop
Do I
e7?
have some knight e5 tricks?
Knight d5, bishop takes, knight takes, knight takes.
Yeah, knight takes. I need to
I
know
think
some
you're fine
pawn at e7 and some
because
background
pawn
things.
e7 doesn't mate. No big
So
Yeah.
he was trying.
I need one more pawn at least.
He's trying to get rid out of the pin. By the way, can people in Twitch chat confirm that you can hear Wolf and GSVC fine? Just it would be great to get the feedback. So he's gone for knight e5. So GSVC. So he's going the sharp.
This is bad news for Penguin that he's making 9 moves.
So they're back rank ideas basically. Pawn at e7. That's great.
But he actually needs at least one more pawn to threaten something with the back rank.
Okay, you're better at counting than I am.
Well, he only has one, and you need to do
Oh, you
pawn
need
at
2
e7
pawns. That's
twice,
true.
at
Yeah,
least.
that's true. To promote queen, you need a pawn.
Yeah,
Hang on.
because
Why would a pawn then queen then bishop not work?
the
You need
knight
at
on
least another
d7.
pawn
I
as
was
roots.
thinking knight b takes d7.
Yeah, and just run. Okay.
But what is this? That g4?
I think he was scared for some reason
But
of pawn
does
e7.
does he even have a threat? Can I go knight e5? Because knight e5 is, if I'm not getting mated, it feels good. And I don't see if I'm getting mated
Yeah,
with nothing in hand.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, unless queen takes g2,
Tsugi99 in the Lee chess chat saying the same. Okay, so you have to
You
defend.
need at least one more knight
yeah,
to threaten something with queen g2.
yeah.
Okay, so what's the mate again? It's if queen h5, for example, the mate is.
Well, I mean, it's not mate. You just take everything. You just take on d1, you have a safe king, and you're up material.
I mean, I think
Don't need a
here,
mate.
yeah, if you took on knight b8 takes d7 was just winning for black. Was just good.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the evaluation
Oh,
is, but
it
it had to be
wasn't
played.
actually. It wasn't. Rook takes d1 and white is doing fine. Because black doesn't have diagonals. Okay. Yeah, okay. White is still doing better, but
It's the two options. In the match against Mugwort, Peng played queen a5, and Mugwort went for a very aggressive move, b4, and the idea of queen takes b4, rook b1, queen takes rook, knight takes queen sack line.
Oh, yeah.
And I think,
Mago plays these b4 things against Scandi.
yeah, it worked out really well in terms of the opening, and then he lost on time. I mean, so I mean that was the first game of the match. I mean, I can't remember how the match went overall, but it's like he just had this. He knew he was going to play this, and then he did really well after the opening, and it was just it must be so disappointing because he knew he was doing well, and then I mean he was playing beautifully, and then just running low on time though. Okay, so yeah, so black's getting to attack first, but the black king isn't really so great either. But having said that, so if white could cut off the black queen, like put a pawn on the fifth rank at some point, there may be some ideas. What he doesn't want is that black queen suddenly coming into a kingside attack.
He only has one pawn in hand. Yeah, I was thinking maybe this as well. Now, you probably have to take, because otherwise nothing makes sense.
Yeah, I mean now this.
Classic sex cheating.
Yeah, I mean this feels good. This feels good for black.
Yeah, but black needs to provoke some
Maybe.
space. Maybe just pawn at f3.
No, I mean
No, he allowed white to go f3.
yeah, the
I'm
classic.
sure he had to do it.
The classic thing is pawn at f3, knight takes, pawn takes, queen takes, knight at h4 check, picking up the queen. So that that happens a lot in practice. But probably because it's not. Probably there's a more accurate defense for white.
Yeah, I mean, you don't take on f3 if you play pawn at g2 is to play king g1 and
Yeah. Okay,
hold a knight forever, more or less.
So you keep that knight there, exactly. Whereas when you're playing a beginner, they'll take on f3 and you get that juicy queen.
But it's risky for white. Maybe he has to start considering things like h3. Oh,
Yeah.
wow, he's asking for some trouble. I guess black is a pawn short of actually doing something threatening.
So he needs a pawn for g2, which would then pick up a knight, which would then go on h4 and so on. But he need another pawn, so he needs a couple of pawns.
Maybe we can do a lot of sack sitting. Just take on c3 twice.
That's true, yeah, you can get a second diagonal. So no, it seems like white's clearing up the possession.
Yeah, no, white is
White's fine.
touching up and white's up a pawn.
Ooh, the Lichess chat's been really busy. Haven't been following it.
Yeah, they are discussing bullet versus blitz.
Hey, this is a good back rank attack. Takes h6 at h7.
Yeah, stays on h6 and starts turning pawns into rooks.
Yeah.
He's on g4. So he wants to play it safer, I guess, because it's not like it's no attack.
At h7 comes. So 3-2 to Penguin, but it looks like he's going down in this one. Well, you never know. So what's the threat? Just taking all the pieces, I guess. Oh, I didn't see that queen. But knight f7.
Yeah.
How to? You can't go knight f7 takes because
Uh,
queen takes g2.
Yeah, he didn't see that sneaky Scandi queen defending g5 from the other
Do you
side
think
of
he
the
missed
board.
it?
Yeah, he missed it definitely.
Yeah. Oh, but knight f7 now.
Yeah, it's safe. It's not getting mated by checks. The problem is that he doesn't have a threat item. He takes the rook and there's no threat. Maybe it's around 94 I was gonna suggest.
Yeah, but now that if you ever lose a knight, there's knight at e2, so you got to be careful.
But knight at e2 is not mate.
Yeah, but I mean knight e2 takes rook.
I think just take the queen.
Yeah, take
Doesn't
the
it
queen,
work?
Take the queen.
Take the queen and
And then
that's
pawn
why
f6 is coming. And then
pawn
king d6.
f6.
No, king
King
d6.
d8? King d8 was there?
Okay. And
Oh no,
either,
he takes on e6,
okay.
what am I saying?
Uh-oh. Where's the mate? 1 second left. He wants to keep the f6 square for the
Yeah.
knight.
Oh, he had rook takes g2 with the queen in hand.
So hard. 1 second.
Yeah, this is a game for
It's not
Peng.
like
It's just... Wow. So Peng does pull it
He
out.
was lost on the board.
So it was all just not seeing that queen, the other side of the board.
I would have flagged the exact same way.
No, I mean, I missed it myself. So we got this again. Castles. Knight takes g2.
Yeah,
d4.
this is.
I'll say in
I
the...
saw Art of Deception playing this a lot.
But the thing is, why not knight takes f3 here? Knight takes f3 and rook
I mean,
b.
this is theory, but rook e1, I don't know.
Yeah, I've never seen...
Is that rook e1 is
No, I mean,
natural.
actually, rook e1 is theory, I think.
I've never seen knight
Yeah.
h4, so...
Because usually people take on g2.
Okay, he's really thinking a minute, like you said, on move 5. This time it's move 8, though.
But here it makes a bit more sense than the last time.
Yeah, but it's the sort of thing where you could like think for a minute before playing the first move. Because you know it's going to come up.
I'm thinking pawn at g4 maybe is a move. I guess knight e5 is what.
Yeah, that's what he played last time. He played last time pawn at g4.
I was not here when that happened.
Yeah. And I was thinking, why not knight takes f3, queen takes f3, knight h5 again? Just, but okay.
I guess he just moves the queen somewhere and knight is running out of attackers.
Maybe, yeah. I was thinking it would just be very simple, pawn at g2, bishop b4.
Yeah, maybe knight e4 now.
Okay, yeah. Yep, there's...
Oh no, this is not something he wanted to allow.
No, this is painful.
No,
Yeah,
yet that knight e5
it's kind of
was
painful.
not something.
Not only is there knight f3, there's also pawn at d4 if you want to pick up material.
Oh, maybe that knight e5 was also the problem with my suggested knight e4.
Okay, knight h3 I don't like, because it doesn't do anything, and
I don't get it.
Pawn at g4? It's too much succeeding.
Well, now he has to take that knight or he's mated.
I mean, he could even go queen takes pawn, but probably not.
Well, then
Not
I think
what he
black is
wants to
happy.
do.
So king takes...
but it takes d5 is check.
Oh, e takes d5 is check. My goodness.
Nice. And now this is resign.
And then just take the queen, I guess. No, I mean just pawn it.
Yeah,
In the final
just
position
there.
is mate. Is it? It must be mate, isn't it? Pawn it. No, just take the queen. Yeah. Take the queen, and he's got a check on you but it's safe. Bishop takes f7, but there's not enough for mate. Okay, so another Scandi with the queen out there lurking. How did Peng Mugwort finish? Because I think Mugwort was very good against this Scandi. I can't remember how the match finished. It's true though, they are the best in the world. I mean,
Yeah,
as is GSVC
I mean,
in our voice call.
top 10.
I don't like bishop d6. Whenever I do that, I just get hit by pawn at e5. And then I just go back to f8.
I see. If the queen's on d8, there's some... I don't know. But black does have some interesting attacking ideas there. Hi there, A-Boss. What am I the best in the world at? Oh, maybe as a junior I was one of the best in the world in the country. Not in the world, in the country at maths, but that was as a junior. And then I remember I went to this international maths Olympiad, and I came back to my school and I said, I came 80th in the world. And they were like, really? How rubbish? But it was, I mean, that was a good performance. It was a silver medal. So they expected silver medal to mean like second in the world, and it was like 80th in the world.
Yeah, I used to go to math competitions too.
Yes.
Things like
Partner, give me 2 pawns and a knight.
What about? Oh, yeah, he lacks a pawn. Otherwise, queen takes c3.
Knight takes. Yep. Not gonna hang that knight.
He still lacks a pawn for queen takes e3.
Yeah, c5. Knight. Yeah, knight f6 maybe, but doesn't really.
So pawn knight, he needs a second pawn. So queen takes knight doesn't work. The disappointment for black seeing g2 filled. Okay, but he's not deterred. Bishop takes g4 coming.
Yeah, why not? I mean, takes, queen takes, knight f6 again, I guess.
Is that a free pawn on g4?
Yep.
Yeah, I was wondering how free it is. Yeah, knight f6. Now queen d1 back. Unless he wants queen e6.
Unless, exactly. Exactly.
But
that doesn't really do anything.
So
but then black has queen at g1 things. So I don't think it's...
Exactly.
You have to get mate.
necessary.
You have to get mate, and that bishop's protecting. So yeah, b6 takes.
No, queen at g1 is not quite made because the king sort of runs to f1 and e2, but...
I mean, there's no point. Queen at e6 is... I mean, queen takes e6 is only pointful if it is mate. That's what I was trying to say.
Just take the material and try to consolidate.
Yes, that's easier.
Black is out of material. And e5 is maybe even coming. Wow. I mean, that is actually slightly scary.
Can I take the bishop?
I want to take the bishop. The bishop's the most dangerous
Ah,
attacker.
but he has... I guess he takes on g2 and h1 queen and claims that's dangerous.
Queen takes...
Yeah, just take everything on h1.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
Pretend there is something.
There must be something else. Takes, but h3 is covered. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. This is going to end badly.
He's doing the GSBC.
This is going to end badly.
What is the GSBC?
Leaving by one pawn.
2 pawns, though. It's almost mate. I mean, yeah, it's not quite mate.
Yeah, but now it gets very annoying.
So if you take the bishop, is it mate?
Like,
Or what's going on here? I'm so confused.
Well, just take f3 and
Oh, that's a smart move.
you're gonna lose the queen.
That's a really smart move.
Actually, king takes, but
Knight g1. Promote to knight.
The knight g1 was missed actually by both.
yeah, neither g1. But this is still, I mean, pawn at f3 should just win.
Okay.
But not many blockers for black though. So rook at h8, yes. No, just take g7. Just take g7.
No, he flagged.
What? What do you mean? Bishop takes g7, rook takes h8. No?
Oh, yeah, there is a rook. Oops, I forgot.
That was just over. Like,
Yeah, if you take the rook, you get mated. Just takes. Yeah.
Yeah, you cannot take anything. Yeah.
So Lazy says commentary lads not hearing many clear lines. Okay, you want more? we're just mumbling too much. That's probably my fault partly. I should
listen to the commentary for
oh, so
lines.
Lazy's in voice. Well, maybe I'll try and show the lines better on the board. That's so it's my fault for not drawing arrows.
Because we are keeping the good lines for GSBC.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, people listen to the commentary for the wolf banter, not for the lines.
Okay. Now we're gonna stop trash talking and just talking moves.
So this feels very wolf defense. For black.
Very
So I
passive
guess
for
white is
white.
winning.
I think black is doing decently, but the knight on h5 is kind of dumb.
It's a liability at some point.
I mean, okay, interesting. It's a very double-edged move because
Yeah, because that bishop on
this is not wolf defense.
this is
Okay, so now I get pawn takes e5, but queen takes h5, maybe.
Takes e6 first. Knight takes e6.
Pawn at c6 first, yes.
No, knight takes e6, all for the mate.
So knight takes e6. Is there a mate here? Knight takes e6.
And then takes and queen h5. Yeah, I think probably quite strong. But what about?
He's found it.
Yeah, it seems quite better. I'm not sure what black is supposed to do. He's supposed to take and hope that there is nothing too strong.
Or play queen c8 and just lose a knight for nothing.
Queen c8, queen takes h5. You are down a piece and you're also getting mated.
Okay. Preventing queen takes h5. So I guess then now white has to take the queen. And then take b7 maybe.
I'm trying to make knight takes f3, f takes e6, and some clever knight move work.
Now take b7, yes. I did guess a couple moves, so improving. Now bishop takes maybe, if you want good control over h3, or just rook takes is okay.
He's a chess player. He's gonna take with the rook.
I guess both are fine. And maybe he wants to keep an eye on h7 in case of like some rook g8.
Yeah, rook takes is a bit more optimistic, claiming that you never have to defend it. No, bishop at f3, or bishop at e4, somewhere in the diagonal.
I mean, what about take the rook? Okay.
Uh-oh,
Whoa.
that looks
Okay,
bad.
he just wins by taking all the pieces. No?
Yeah, just taking the knight. Oh, this looks really painful.
Pawn at d6, he just wants to take all the pieces.
Pawn at g4 now. Take, knight takes. Yeah.
He had
Black
to defend.
eventually will
He had to
run out
defend
of
e7.
pieces.
At e7 was mating.
I think maybe. Yeah, maybe knight takes f7.
Yeah, knight takes f7.
He wants bishop e6 next, I guess.
Pawn e6 maybe. Because bishop e6 is easy to defend. Just bishop at e8.
Then pawn.
And then maybe pawn at d7.
Yeah, bishop at e8, pawn at d7, exactly.
Maybe knight h8 then. Knight h8. But yeah, take and then pawn at e6.
If knight h8, I can imagine Penguin just playing something like pawn at b7, start queening every pawn.
Yeah.
He has to
I
be
think
careful
just
with
take
pawn e2.
and then pawn at e6 later.
Yeah, knight h8 is too passive. You just
Yeah, it's too passive.
So, where's the mate? Bishop takes rook, king h8, because
There is
otherwise
bishop takes rook, and if king h8, there is rook at h7.
rook h7. And if knight takes, there's queen
Knight
g8.
takes, there is mating one.
Queen g8,
But if
exactly.
king takes,
Yeah, that's mate. Yep.
rook at h7.
And king takes,
so
knight
king takes,
g5,
knight
king h6, and knight e6. But doesn't really mate.
It mates by assumption.
Mates by assumption, okay. Yeah, too good a position not to be
rook here,
mating.
and pawn here. So
playing other f3 instead of queen f3.
Peng takes a 6-3 lead with one game to go.
Is he really a GM?
He's gonna play wolf defense now.
No.
No.
This is a better version of the wolf defense.
Oh, sorry, Gingerbread, I missed where that question was. So he was asking why not at f7 first if f takes, but I can't remember which position that was. Oh yeah, it was the position where I can remember now. It was knight takes e6. If f takes e6, instead of going for queen takes knight immediately, you're thinking of at f7 first and then queen takes knight? I'm not sure. Yeah, and Ginger just said it. Yeah, I'd done it from memory, but yeah. Okay, so Penguin in the final game of this match, again playing this e6, g6 instead of
So h3 knight takes f2. I guess h3 knight takes f2. And king
you
takes.
don't really have another move after h3.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's good for white.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah. So. But there's also some practical value in not playing h3 because the knight on g4 is not doing much there, not sacrificing itself on f2.
What
See,
now? Maybe.
Yeah, Penguin is thinking
d6?
it's hard to play on moving.
Maybe play d6 now?
Maybe he just goes for knight c6. So d6 is better.
Okay, bishop b4.
Maybe some knight
How's that?
g5. No, it's too
I mean, I
sharp.
think still h3 is
No
good.
reason.
Still h3.
No, but now it's not that good because he can take f2, take c3, knight e4, and take c3.
Knight d4. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that will get 2 pawns and some checks. You don't want to do
Yeah,
that.
and yeah, kind of annoying.
Hard to see how to block this one.
Bishop at h4 is quite annoying with that.
Yes, maybe f6.
And you can't ignore it either, because bishop takes queen is a mate in
Yeah,
one trick.
but f6, you start falling for things like take f6 and some knight e5. You just open the position too much, I think.
Now just defend c3 somehow. I guess knight takes. Oh, okay. Knight takes bishop will come soon because otherwise those pieces don't really have a name or something they're doing.
Okay, well, we're going to see the sack on f2 and bishop at g3. But there's not much to it, or pawn at g3.
But if knight
I mean,
takes
the
f2,
alternative is knight takes d2 and then knight h6 maybe. Looks close.
no, that queen takes h6 I might strongly consider.
Yeah.
But this actually looks lost for me.
Yeah, I forgot
I
rook
think
takes
that
first.
the two knights just much stronger than that rook.
Yeah, and now maybe knight at h5. It's very
I
annoying.
guess he wants rook g6, but then knight at f4. Keep hitting that rook.
And then like rook at g8, rook g8.
Yeah, but they're lucky sort of out of moves. Oh, knight at e3. What is his plan?
Ah, he plays it.
I guess take and repeat.
I think he wants to go
Oh,
for.
but g7 comes in between. Yeah. Yeah.
And now knight at f4.
Or h4.
That's better because it threatens f5.
Threatens a pawn.
Free pawn.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not
Could
over yet.
consider taking g7.
Yeah, and then dropping f6. Depending on what black takes
Or
first.
if he wants to be solid, knight g3 is.
Oh, penguin flags.
Yeah.
I think that's some revenge for all the flags of art deception. Art of Deception suffered.
I think he just flags out of how bad the position is.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I don't
like
think there's a move.
there's no move. Probably best move is just bishop back to b7.
See, just look at how safe the white king is. He has 6 pieces around his king.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And please play Crazyhouse says thanks you guys for the commentary, by the way. And yeah, thank you for watching. And yeah, so thanks again, Wolf. Thanks GSVC. And I should actually put up. Gingerbread Man gave me a link to the standings. I can even put that up.
Yeah, the real commentary comes from PC. I'm just trash talking and suggesting blunders.
Exactly. We predict all the blunders.
Yes.
Yes.
Because we would make them ourselves.
Yes.
So Jasugi's on.
There is no blunder that goes unnoticed.
Yeah. So Jasugi's on 87%. So that's
All right, so
incredibly impressive. Chicken on 66%. GSVC 61%. And Bugzilla, 58%.
Oh, 61%? I don't like that one.
Yasugi only played 3 matches though. So
Yeah.
Against Mugwort.
I mean, he still has to face the tougher guys like
Oh, that's true.
GSBC and Chicken.
That's true.
And I mean, maybe even Bugzilla or Finisher could be annoying for Yasugi. I don't know. We'll see.
No, Finisher's doing pretty well. 60%. 4th place.
Yeah. He just went 4-6 to Chicken, but he won the other matches against Mustard and Penguin and Sonnet.
Yeah, it's impressive. And Schwanet, like Penguin, is on 50% after 4 matches. All 6-4 matches. All tight matches. But he hasn't played the really tough guys. Or apart from JSVC, he hasn't played.
He just played GSBC, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, Swanet might even go like 4-6 against Yasugi, so maybe slow him down a bit.
Yep. The problem with Theory, I'm not sure if the finisher will do so well against Yasugi, because okay, he might play Theory, but there's an element of Theory being predictable as well, in a way.
It's not that simple. I mean, Finisher is strong even out of the opening. He just has to be in the right mood.
Yeah, but I think Jasugi99 is... Yeah, I don't know. I think he...
I think Finisher will win at least 3 games.
I guess,
White.
yeah. What I'm saying is sometimes there's a danger. I mean, I don't know. I just maybe it's not true at a higher level, but I just find sometimes it's that you think you're going to prep something, and then you actually do better when you don't prep. That kind of like for example, often in Crazyhouse League, I sometimes I don't really prep as white. I just play D4 and just play natural things, and I do much I do much better than I spend ages prepping some complicated opening as black, and then completely lose anyway. But maybe that's because it's because I'm prepping as black.
That's because it's black.
Yeah, I think so.
No, okay, I do understand. Sometimes I even lose because of prep.
Yeah.
Because I might play something because of prep, and then I don't really know how to follow up.
So yeah, Gingerbread Man
and that's just because it
says that the finisher
prep.
was Sexy and I Know It from the 2017 Crazyhouse World Championship and 2018. Indeed, yes, and in fact, so that was sort of a secret that a few people knew, and then Jan Lee, I think he gave permission to Jan Lee to reveal it to the rest of the world. So yeah, if anyone's watching here, by the way, also I should just drop a few things of interest to Crazyhouse. So okay, so maybe like my YouTube, where all the other streams are, the Crazyhouse blog. So I'm just going to drop these links just in case people don't have those links, and I should really keep this spreadsheet link in future. But okay, I'll post this again for those who are just joining. Okay, so yeah, lots of interesting matches to go.
Right.
So, yeah, thanks again for joining. It's always great fun to have.
Thank you. Okay. Thanks for streaming.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And
Goodbye.
have a good night.
Bye, guys. Good night.